Well, this time I'm going to introduce you to a gemstone, that perhaps some of you have never heard of before or never even seen in person. And Judy Kroll, my wife, and I discovered this incredible gemstone about, I want to say 4 or 5, maybe 6 years ago. And there's a guy that we get a lot of gems from the Southwest United States and Mexico. And he showed us something that looked an awful lot like cauliflower, like that. And I'm like, okay. Then he showed me how it finishes up. That is a beautiful and shiny stone. And the best part about it, it is completely natural and untreated. Now, it's not the hardest of gemstones, but in a nice opaque like this, it'll wear beautifully for probably the rest of your life. Now, many of you probably never get an opportunity to visit an actual gem mine. So through the magic of this YouTube channel, we're going to show you how we got there, what we did. And you know, I always talk about this in mining. It is in some of the most desolate, hard to reach places on planet Earth. And if you look at the video right now, you're going to see a pickup truck. I'm just shooting out of the front of the pickup truck, and we're going slowly up a very, very steep mountain with a lot of rocks and debris in the way. And one of the things that you won't see, because this is just a short clip that I just showed, is that what happens when you get to some of these places is it gets so narrow and so obstructed that you can't even turn around. So you might have to end up going in reverse and hoping you don't roll the truck off of a cliff for a mile, 2 miles, 3 miles, 5 miles, something like that. So a lot of times, even though we took the truck up there to show you what that was like, a lot of times he will leave the truck closer to the highway, and he pulls a little like 4-wheel vehicle, a small one that has a trailer on it, and then collect all of the rough that way. But I wanted to tell you, it was such an amazing adventure because we were in Las Vegas and we drove with him about 3 to 4 hours outside, and we got into a national forest and we started to climb. And as we get up there and as we got closer and closer, and you'd even see this dirt road, kind of a lot of, you know, yellow or reddish dirt or sand. And every once in a while you start to see in these little kind of crossings some white showing through that. And what that's attributed to, we were nowhere near where the actual source was, but whenever even in deserts, they have a rainy season, and the rain starts to wash down some of this white magnesite in these little grooves, these little rivers that form. And that's why you see a little bit of white littered all over the place. It was actually amazing because when we stopped about halfway, I was looking at the red dirt and I saw this just flash of beautiful white. And I thought, well, this is disgusting. Here we're in a national forest, somebody left some litter there. So I went to go look at the litter, and actually no, it was a piece of beautiful, pure, pristine white magnesite. So then when we finally got there, it was amazing. It just, we rounded a curve and it just opened up, and you see just a mountain of white rock just sitting there waiting to be taken. So it's really an amazing gemstone. How it got the name, Judy and I always just assumed that it was because it was so pristine and white. But a lot of times miners come up with these names, and Frank was theorizing that it was off of a farm that was called Preston's Farm, which became a Preston Road, and there they called it the Prystine Mine, and maybe that got, you know, changed into Pristine. But I love the name Pristine because it really is a great descriptor of what it is. So now I want you just to enjoy, with a little bit of music background, a 2-minute video that Judy Kroll, my wife, put together of our time in inviting you in the Prystine Mine. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all next week